What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Bold Business. I'm your host, Philip Michael, and let's get right to this week's trends and headlines, starting with number one. Do you all know Activision-Blizzard Inc? You probably don't, but you would know the video games they make like World of Warcraft and Diablo. Well, California's Department of Fair Employment and Housing is suing the video game giant for what's being called a frat boy culture. Women make up 20% of Activision's workforce, but according to the suit, they do a lot of the work while their male co-workers do nothing but drink alcohol and play video games during work hours. Women are allegedly also held back from promotions and are paid less than their male counterparts. The suit also describes an alleged culture of constant sexual harassment and jokes about sexual assault. One woman took her own life while on a company trip with her male supervisor. Now, the state of California wants compliance from Activision with workplace protections, as well as a payment of back pay and lost wages for the female employees. Now, it's one of those things, right? Remember, Uber were under fire for this type of toxic culture where people get, for all intents and purposes, abused and mistreated for a variety of reasons. Stuff like this is totally unacceptable. Now, one of the things about the American court system is that people are innocent until proven guilty, but still, sometimes where there's smoke, there's fire. At the same time, we need to let this process play out. But if this is indeed true, these people need to pay for that type of stuff because that has no place in today's work environment. And at the very least, it brings up the conversation and allows us to bring this to the forefront so we can have greater equality in the workspace, because it's been going on far too long and things go on behind closed doors. And before, you even just saw it in entertainment and the music industry where misogyny sort of has been like it's like this tacit agreement between people, and it's time it really ceases to exist. And the next frontier for that appears to be in the business world. So I'm happy this stuff comes to the forefront. And that's really all I have to say about that. At the very least, let's let this process play out. But if this is indeed true, they need to deal with that and deal with that right now. On to the next headline. Jack Dorsey, the CEO of Twitter and Square, says he thinks Bitcoin could bring world peace. Okay, let's see where this is going. The billionaire suggested that Bitcoin could help address financial inequalities and balance the power dynamics created by wealth inequality. He explained that by getting rid of this base issue, humanity could be more free to focus on bigger issues. He made this statement on a panel called Bitcoin as a Tool for Economic Empowerment at the virtual conference, The B Word. I hope I don't offend anybody, but to me, this sounds like the script of a B movie. Bitcoin, world peace? That's a bit of a stretch, a straw man fallacy at best. Now, could the idea of decentralized finance help create equality? I suppose so, but that there are a number of variables that need to come together to create the type of dynamics where that could even become a reality. But again, the guy has a lot of stroke, a lot of juice. He owns Twitter. He has a payment system. He has a lot of pulls. So guys saying this could help bump the price of Bitcoin, or at least the excitement about it, to allow people to go in there and buy some more. So who the hell knows? To me, it seems like a stretch, but if he turns out to be right, I guess I am the fool. But right now I see no logical connection between, all intents and purposes, a currency that is not in wide use with built-in volatility that no one seems to know where it's going, and that somehow goes to world peace. Come on, this guy's tripping. But I hope he's right. But he's tripping. Anyway, trend number 3, the Olympics. The Olympics begin today, and we want to talk about how young black athletes are bringing the mental health discussion to the forefront. Athletes like Naomi Osaka, Simone Biles, Sha'Carri Richardson, and Raven Saunders are opening up about how being an elite athlete in the spotlight weighs on their self-esteem and causes anxiety. Mental health isn't something that was discussed openly in general before, and especially not in sports, but now it seems like that's changing as more athletes are speaking out, around these Olympic Games. Now, with anything in life, right, we make choices and we go in certain directions, and it invites scrutiny, and scrutiny isn't nice. Judgment from people isn't nice. It's unpleasant. It comes with the territory. Even right now with me talking, someone can say, this guy looks stupid with that long hair. I just have to take it. Now, the conversation around mental health is very real. It's very important. I love the fact that they're bringing this up and using their platform to normalize that conversation. There are far too many people out there that don't explore therapy. Even for myself personally, I remember one time as a teenager, I was asked if I wanted to go to therapy. I said, no, that's for loony and crazy people. And that's really not the case. There's nothing wrong with going out there and seeing a professional to help you operate better, just like you do when you go to see a doctor to check on your body. You should be checking on your mental health as well. So that is a very important conversation. Now, as that conversation pertains to sports, this comes with the territory. That's one of the trade-offs for being out there and getting the platform and making the money that you make. That comes with like I said, a trade-off where you have increased scrutiny, a lot of judgment, a lot of unfair behavior, and a lot of times people that don't treat you like you're a human being, and you are. I remember a situation, the YouTuber Jake Paul knocked out an ex-NBA player, and everybody created memes and mocked him. He and I have a mutual friend, and because of that, I felt that, I don't know the guy, but just because of that mutual friend, I felt it on a human level where I go, wait a minute, this is tough. But again, when you sign up for it, that's what comes with the territory, good or bad. It's entertainment for people, so they sometimes forget that you're a human being, and that can mess with your mental health. Different conversation, but the conversation about mental health is super important, and I'm happy that they're doing it. So, yes, don't be afraid to talk about these things, and don't be afraid to see somebody if you need to. Now, that's all from me. Thank you guys for watching Bold Business. Peace out, and I'm out of here.